To the world we all know, which may or may not be the best world possible, once again springtime had come. But all the magic of spring was not enough to conceal the misery of Manor Farm.
Tails!
Once thriving and fruitful, the farm and its owner, Mr. Jones, had fallen on evil days. Beset by problems of his own making, Mr. Jones had turned to drink. And for his misery, he had found poor company.
Give me a motherfucking breakbeat!
Get the fuck off my porch! Get your ass off this motherfucking porch, bitch!
After the break, we're going to interview Eric Weihenmayer, who climbed the highest mountain in the world, Mount Everest. But he's blind. So we'll hear about that.
So some of my students asked me, Professor, what are your thoughts on death? And I said, honestly, I'm not afraid to die. And I don't know if that's an attribute of my mental illness or that I'm just not. Like, to me, life is one big video game, and I'm going to play as hard as I can until someone else takes me out of the game, and then it is game over. I don't want anyone crying at my funeral. I am dead. This is a celebration because life was hard. When I'm dead, I could care less about this body. They can dress it up and throw it to a pile of necrophiliacs, and I can go out with one more good time. At my funeral, I want a ratchet funeral. I want two of my ex-girlfriends fighting, like at the foot of the casket. I want there to be a drive-by, but I don't want anyone to get hit because it is my day to get photoshopped in those ghetto-ass clouds. It's my day.
Top 4 answers on the board. If you overheard the word moose in a conversation, what might they be talking about? Megan.
Motherfucker, fuck the fucking road and my weekend for cisgender.
The ring is on my hand, and the wreath is on my brow. Satin and jewels grand are all at my command, and I am happy now. And my Lord, he loves me well. But when first he breathed his vow, I felt my bosom swell, for the words rang as a knell, and the voice seemed his who fell in the battle down the dell. And who is happy now? But he spoke to reassure me, and he kissed my pallid brow, while a reverie came o'er me, and to the churchyard bore me, and I sighed to him before me, thinking him dead dealer me. Oh, I am happy now. And thus the words were spoken, and this the plighted vow. And, though my faith be broken, and, though my heart be broken, here is a ring, as token, that I am happy now. Would God I could awaken, for I dream I know not how, and my soul is sorely shaken, lest an evil step be taken, lest the dead who is forsaken may not be happy now.
This command supersonic speed judge. Oh, some level of use some superhuman rubber. Turning ricochet on me and devastating more than demonstrating and again moving on. Never so they know the way to get motivated. I make elevated music. Oh, he's too mainstream.
You already know who it is. It's your boy. Oh, yeah.
My heart's stereo, it beats for you, so listen close. Hear my thoughts in every note. Oh, oh. At some time in every human life, we ask ourselves, where do we come from and where do we go? Why would you care? Eventually, everyone cares. Eventually, every single one of us will ask ourselves this question. It may be when you fall victim to a trauma or an illness. It may be when you have your first child. It may be when you lose a loved one. And it may not be until the end, when your time here is almost up. But one day, we will ask. On these pages, the answers will reveal themselves. What is it that fires up your body, allowing you to grow from a single cell into a fetus, baby, child, adult, and exist on this earth for 80 years or so, and then burn out when it is time to go? At the moment of conception, there is a halo that can now be seen in the lab where the egg meets the sperm. At that moment, scientists know that the single-celled zygote is viable, meaning it will grow into a baby. They use it to choose the strongest one in the petri dish for a transfer back into the mother during the vitro fertilization. That halo has been identified. That spark that is seen is the moment the soul enters the zygote. We will show you how it acts as an antenna, trapping your energy or consciousness here in your body, and how the identification of it provides the union between religion and science. Science has now identified all of the pieces of a human, of how a human is created, or how our consciousness is called from an energy field, Higgs field, or either that surrounds us. We have identified the parts of how the soul comes from the light. The story is the grand unification of religion and science at the top of their fields. It is the quantum mechanics of Adam and Eve, the scientific telling of the biblical story. On these pages, you will see how at the moment of the merger of our parent sperm and the egg of the zinc spark release tells the world our soul has arrived. This knowledge will show all humanity that we have come from the same light. It will unite us as one tribe of real light. It is for all people, no man, woman, or child to be left out. In order to understand what you will read on these pages, it may be necessary to bring yourself into optimal health the way nature intended, using diet and light. Throughout this book, you will see how our bodies are designed to be connected to sunlight. The quantum physics of that interaction will be explained in detail. We are entering a period of reawakening to the power of the sun to heal us. Circadian biology is one of the most rapidly progressing fields in medicine. Institutions like Harvard have centers for photobiomodulation to use the power of light to heal. If you are not feeling well or are suffering from a foggy brain, anxiety, depression, attention problems, etc., let's bring you to a state of improved function so that you can understand the science of this book. Let us begin with some simple instructions on how to help your brain function optimally if you want to better understand the following chapters. The book has been written to explain the science while also giving simple analogies so that everyone may understand. Intensely scientific portions are included to explain the details of the biology and physics, but they will be followed by paragraphs labeled "Simply Stated" and presented as analogy for ease of understanding. As Einstein said, if you can't explain to a 6-year-old, you don't understand it yourself. On these pages, you will see how you are energy beings that utilize adenosine triphosphate, the energy or information molecule made by your mitochondria or batteries inside your cells. You are an antenna for light. No matter how sick, tired, or foggy-headed you are, this path will lead you to the cognition you need to understand these concepts. Follow these steps and you will learn to see, bringing yourself to the level of connection or flow needed so that the information you will read in the upcoming chapters will be easily digestible.
That page right here there in a minute, player. Oh, what's going on? Oh, Lord, he about to get fucked out. Oh, Lord, get out of there, Pedro. Get out of there, Pedro. my young boy in the cut with the hors d'oeuvres, feel me? Motherfucker.
People look at you today, 20 years later, and they still have no idea what you're about. Tell me in a sentence who you are.
I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
This program to bring you a special report.
Breathing air? What a gas! Amphibians were first. Please consider the following.
Now for something completely different.
Hello and welcome to the Mental Health Hotline. If you are obsessive compulsive, press 1 repeatedly. If you are codependent, ask someone to press 2 for you. If you have multiple personalities, press 3, 4, 5, 6. If you are paranoid, we know what you are and what you want. Stay on the line and we'll trace your call. If you're delusional, press 7 and your call will be transferred to the mothership. If you are schizophrenic, listen carefully and a small voice will tell you which number to press. If you are depressive, it doesn't matter which number you press, no one will answer you. If you're dyslexic, press 69696969. If you have a nervous disorder, please fidget with the hash key until the beep. After the beep, please wait for the beep. If you have a short-term memory loss, please try your call again later. And if you have low self-esteem, hang up. All our operators are too busy to talk to you.
And I want you to be mine again, baby. Yeah, I know my lifestyle is driving you crazy. Yeah, but I cannot see myself without you. We calling fans through, girl, you know how we do. I go out of my way to please you. I go out of my way to see you. I play no games, I need you.